welcome back to Greenlands. And you might have noticed this is a slightly shorter video than normal. We'll get to why that is in a bit, unless you're on Discord, and then you'll have seen why. So today's job was meant to be cutting the mega field and the wildlife area. To do the mega field, I am leasing a Kubota fast bale and a set of Kubota mowers to go on the Deutz and the fence so that I can have that running on Courseplay while I do the follow me train. Yeah, so if you're on Discord, you'll know that the follow me bit didn't work particularly well. So we'll get started and then we'll have a chat about where I've got to with fixing the problem that you're going to see and where we're going to go next with this series. So yeah, just leasing these mowers. I really like this Kubota. So I used it a lot when it first came out. I was using it on Calmsden, partly because you can use these mowers with a smaller tractor. That's a real thing. I don't know why. So if you're not aware, Kubota owned Greenland, who make these mowers, and the Greenland Vicon version was released in FS19 as a DLC and an FS22 as a mod by Giants, I think. But they need quite a lot of horsepower. The Kubota versions ask for less, and that is even on their website, so it's a real thing. So I was using these on Calmsden because I had a tractor that could run these, but not the Vicon ones. Yeah, I just thought I'd give them a try. So we'll get this down to the field, and we'll get Courseplay set up running both of these. This is going to give us an insane amount of bales, but I thought it was a quick way of getting both done. I thought it was a quick way. It's over a week later now, and I've not really made any progress from where we are here. So the issue that I have coming up, when I switch to I've got the T7 with our Potinger mowers on it. I've got the 8RX with the chrome baler on the back, and you can see some errors in the log there. Those are important. And I've got the one of the little Massies with the bale wrapper. So whenever I enable follow me on the baler and then switch to the T7 with the mowers, I get a lure error. I can't enable anything on the T7, so I can't switch the mowers on. And then if I go to the menus, the game crashes. So that's kind of not very workable. I did get round it in here. So what I did is I started all the mowers first and then put follow me on, and then got back in the T7 and started mowing and made some bales. And then I went to the menus to try and save the game, and the game crashed. So not really going to work. What I have done since is cleared out every mod that was giving me a warning. That included the edited electric fasten that I had. I got rid of my custom bale wrapper in case it was that, and I've had to remove all the custom wrapped. But I've had to remove all the custom wrapping from the bale, so then I've got the base game wrap on them. I removed the TLX pickup truck because that was throwing warnings about fill types. I have since then sold the T7 and the mowers, and I think the baler and the 8RX, just because I set up a test save and I found that if I used different mowers and some different tractors, I didn't get the error. I then came into here, I sold the T7 and the mowers and the baler, and I still get errors. I tried something different. I tried using these mowers, and I'm still getting errors, so I'm kind of at a loss. What I have tested and what works is I can use a loading wagon with follow me. So what I'm thinking is I'll use the big TARDIS loading wagon that I used for the grass silage to collect this grass up, and we'll have to put another fermenting silo in. The issue is, as I mentioned, I've sold a lot of stuff to try and fix this. I do have a backup of the save, so I could go back to before this point, but I've also deleted a lot of mods. I've deleted some custom ones that were mine, like the Farsin. So what I'm thinking is I need to replace the T7, the mowers, the 8RX, the windrowing baler. I don't think it's that. I'm not sure. The pickup truck, the telehandler, and I also got rid of the auto-loading trailer just in case it was that, because it was a script mod that I wasn't using very much. None of it worked. So I obviously have a note here that I have £128,000 in the bank, and I had all that kit. What I'm thinking, here it is. What I'm thinking is we replace it with a bunch of used kit that's going to achieve similar jobs, and I just put the money back. And I thought I would discuss. What do you think? Is that a good idea? I could go all the way back to the backup. But if I do, the mods that I've deleted won't be there anyway. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. That to be able to start taking this forward again, literally, started trying to record this last Sunday. Had all the errors, and it's Saturday, and I've spent a big chunk of today trying to sort it and failed. And so I'm thinking that we're going to work around it and not try and do this bale train, and hope that it's not going to affect anything else later in the save, and replace the kit that we've sold with equivalent kit, and then keep the money the same. It's kind of a pain because this series is about money. And as you can see, there we go, there's the error in the log there. It's a non-specific Lua script error. Doesn't say which mod is causing it. It's someone, I think it was Norfolk Farmer on the Maze Plus Discord, said he's had the same problem. So I have not been able to track it down. If you were, please let me know. So there's someone, oh god, Eagles did offer to have a look for me, but there are so many custom mods in this save that I can't really share a mods list. So yeah, that's probably not going to work either. Do appreciate the offer, but I think I'm going to work around it. It's just what I do to get the farm back to where it was with all the kit that we've got rid of. And I think that's probably going to be and I could just copy and paste some of the kit from the save backup that's there, but I think I want to replace the things that have been giving me issues. So I'm sure I've had problems with the T7 with Follow Me before. The mowers in the test save would definitely cause me a problem, even though they're base game mowers. So I think we're going to get rid of those and get something different. The bale wrapper will become the one that's part of Maze Plus, because I've deleted the custom one now. That's because it would have needed some work to get it to work with the bigger bales from Maze Plus, and I've spent enough time trying to fix this save. Sometimes you just want to play the game. So the reason that wasn't supported is because that was a 240 centimetre bale, which the Maze Plus wrapper does support. My one doesn't. Yeah, so we need to get that whole list of stuff that I mentioned. Did I even have a bale wrapper on there? I didn't. I need to add that to the list as well. So there's there's 2 tractors we need to replace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other bits of kit. And then we can crack on with this, because I was in a really good place with this. I guess I should have had a hint when maybe it's Proceed. One thing I haven't tried doing is removing Proceed. We did have an error with Proceed earlier on in the last video, in that the HUD didn't show up. And that was when Follow Me started throwing errors. I might try Proceed before I give up. But you'll be seeing this video soon, probably before I do try Proceed. So, yeah. That's where we are with this slightly broken save. You can probably tell from my voice, I'm kind of a bit despondent with this one, because yeah, this was a big project and it's got to the point where it's a bit broken. It's quite an old save, so it's been through a few versions of the game, and maybe that's a problem. It's had Maze Plus added in. I don't think that's the problem, but you know, the more you add in, the more chance there is of things going wrong. I don't have that many mods, so I don't know. Yeah, it's very frustrating, I will say that. I will also say at this point, thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. Really appreciate you guys supporting the channel. I am working on setting up a new project, and those guys have been getting to pick which direction that goes in. So yeah, that'll be coming in the next week or so. I'm not sure when I'm going to get it started setting it up. need to get a few other things done first. But yeah, you can see it's working. It looks like it's all behaving. And then you'll see in a few moments, I go to the menu and we get a black screen, which is when things were really obvious to me just how broken it was. Yeah. It's also been not the best week in the world. I've said it in a few videos. My dad's been quite ill. Was over there over part of the weekend. He's doing better now, so thank you for the people that did ask. He's on some different medication, and that is putting a sticking plaster over the problem whilst they do tests to track down the problem. But he's in a better position, which is good. It's always worrying when they get old and start to get a bit poorly. As I said, you can see we are getting an insane amount of bales out of the Kubota baler. I think they're only 3,500 litres. They are pretty small, but they are all going to be sold, I think. I don't think we need to keep those. So if we do, I'll stack them over here so I'm not getting problems with them causing lag at the yard. And we'll just use one of the auto loading trailers to stack them up, because that is a separate pack that doesn't use the auto load script that I've removed. I wasn't using Loki's auto load. You can see lots of errors in the log file. So yeah, we've got some fixing to do still, but I wanted to just give you guys an update on this, chat about the things that I'm thinking of doing to get us going again, and that was kind of it, really. We're about at the point where things get really funky and kind of panicked me. So we went in here, we have no animal pens, and now I can't select anything. Yeah. So thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. I would normally say comments, questions, and suggestions, but at this point, I'm just going to do stuff to try and get this working, I think. And if you're new to the channel and you aren't already, click subscribe, turn on notifications, and you'll get to see what happens next on Greenlands.